The city of Las Vegas, Nevada sparkles like diamonds in the sunny Mojave Desert. It's the entertainment capital of the world. Nightlife, casinos, shopping, fine dining. It's available 24 hours a day. But those options are mere distractions. The real action will be inside the Orleans Arena. And it is host of the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. Our action will be session 9, Korea versus Canada. They'll be playing on sheet C. My name is Ann Swisshelm. I'm a 2-time Olympian and world champion, and I'm joined by Kenny Edwards, 3-time national champion. Good morning, Kenny.
Thanks, Ann. I expect we're in for a very entertaining matchup.
Yeah, it should be a very good one this morning. And these two teams, they're going to have to bring all they've got in order to keep climbing that leaderboard. There's Team Korea, followed by steely-eyed Team Canada. And for Korea, Lee Ki-bok at lead. Oh, Eun-soo at second. Song Se-ai, he's the third. And at skip, Kim Chang-min. For Team Canada, Jeff Walker throws the lead stones. Brett Gallant, he's the second. Mark Nichols, third and vice skip. And leading Team Canada is the skip, Brad Gushue. And there's our standings. Sweden alone atop at 5-0. Followed by Norway, Canada, Scotland, all with 1 loss, and then China, Korea, Russia with 2 losses. And down at the bottom of the table, Japan, Italy, Switzerland, Germany, Netherlands, and the United States. You can see from where we sit, this is a pretty pivotal game for Team Korea. Kenny, what will Team Korea need to bring here in order to be, we'll take a look around the rest of the rink. Japan's on sheet A facing Russia, and on sheet B, Germany's taking on Scotland. Our feature game on C, and on sheet D, Switzerland versus Italy. The opening excitement happening in the venue. And everything quiets down, and the players start hitting the ice. Kenny, Team Korea, the difference maker for them today.
The difference maker for me is the third player, Song Se-ai. How can he compete with Mark Nichol at that third position? Mark Nichol is so good. Very rarely has a below 85% game. The partnership between Brad Gushue and Mark Nichol over the years has been quite phenomenal.
Yeah, it is something to watch over time. And as a reminder to our viewers, this team from Canada, they are the reigning world champions. And they are a tough team at every turn. But you're right, that matchup at third is going to be something. And getting us started, it's Jeff Walker. He is having an absolutely outstanding tournament. So steady. The way he sets the table really allows Canada to activate all of their game plans right from rock one.
We're going to be like here. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. There's a hair full, but it should have got a little farther than that. No, it should have.
Yeah, straight away, Canada trying to throw the centre guard. As we see, Leaky Bulk, 22-year-old. That's at his first appearance at the World Championships. Did appear at the Olympics.
Yeah, and that experience gives a player just a world of international and competitive
I was 13-4, Jeff.
credential.
Maybe high.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Even just almost too bored.
Got to say they were a little unlucky not to make the playoffs with stages. Team Korea, they challenged
Heavy hack right
very
now.
well.
Well then,
Should be good.
weight's
Never
good.
blown away by
Go
anyone.
heavy hack.
No.
And they're having
Back
a
now.
great
Real sprint.
tournament
Sprint.
here so far.
Not too heavy, but
Okay,
just max.
Came down a bit.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Kind of what I was
He
expecting.
threw it pretty hard.
Yeah, I know.
So one of the things we talk about in the sport of curling is that very consistent and steady communication. You will hear a ton of talk from Brad Gushue and his team.
Whoa, clean it. Yep. Hack. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Just trying to make the roll underneath that yellow guard,
Same
but
weight as Jeff or
don't quite make it.
Same or hair less?
Oh,
wanna-
just hack weight.
So Brett Gallant gets his first stone underway. He's curled since he was 4 years
A
old.
little less than Jeff. Yep.
He's a big, strong guy. He must have been a big, strong
Wait,
kid
Mark.
to get out there on the ice at 4.
Whoa, up. Just
Yeah,
the
for
hairline.
sure.
No.
Right up.
But nowadays they have
Go ahead, Mark.
small stones, mini stones that
Just a couple
the
rock
kids can
stars.
play with. They cut the sheet
Nice weight,
in
Brad.
half, just so they
Lots
don't
of
have
weight,
to push it as far.
perfect weight.
Well, that time on the ice has definitely helped Gallant. He's got an amazing resume.
Yep.
And as we see, oh, Ansu,
Yep.
he's got a few years to go to catch up to his head-to-head matchup. with Gallant. But he's the one that makes the roll underneath. Beautiful shot by Team Korea.
You see this one just getting very tight to the guard, rolls underneath.
Just normal, low ice.
Hard.
Hard, Mark. Hard. Hard, you gotta go.
Gallant trying to run this one back, but
Hard.
a little soft out the hand.
Okay, here, quiet.
Yeah, but look, we ended up putting a center guard up on the other side of the line as we get our rules of play. We'll be playing 10 ends likely, but the 6 ends are required. You get 38 minutes of think time, and each team gets a single 60-second timeout where they can stop their clock and have an interaction with their coach or a member from their bench. And we get our first look at Mark Nichols.
That's there.
He's a world
in.
champion.
Oh,
He's an
pretty good.
Olympic gold medalist.
Out there.
Right there.
And really one of the great players in the history of the game. He can do it all. And he is very giving to his teammates. He's willing to take on any role. Just the heartbeat of this team, Gushue.
Absolutely. Has stepped up and skipped the team before.
Clean.
And here's Song Se-hai.
Whoa. Clean.
He gets the peel.
Yeah, just talking about Mark, Brad Gushue last season did suffer a little bit of an injury And during that recovery, Martineau stepped up to the plate and really did deliver.
I think he skipped them to several World Curling Tour victories.
Absolutely.
Top 8.
So can you imagine you're a world-class team and you have 2 skips and one's willing to put his ego aside and you know, be the supportive third, knowing the strength of the both of you. It's just really unique in sport.
Yeah. That's what he's doing with his.
Yeah, it's a real strength for this Canadian side. Martineau and Brad Gushue have been together
Yep.
for many years.
기복아. 알 기복아. 왼수야. 자. 자. 수야봐 너무 떼쳤어. 팔로 찰락했는데.
And we've got some pretty basic play here. Once the run back and kind of clear was made. Now Brad Gushue opens with counterclockwise rotating down weight hit.
Whoa. Whoa.
Just forward.
Whoa.
Barely.
And they wanted to hit right on the nose, and that's where they did.
Yeah, now the hit by Korea do possibly need to make a little roll to either side to get the shooting stone in play.
노우스 되면 우리가 안 들어갈 것 같아. 그냥 날려야 될 것 같아.
Kim Chang-min. Gets his first rock away.
샷.
Errored on the pro side, let's say, just ensuring he caught something.
Yeah, and now Canada is going to be given the chance to just practice that draw weight. They've got a wide open house. They know that Korea's likely to blank this end.
Looks like a hair more than
I like that weight.
Yeah, I think so.
It's top 4.
So on the bottom right, you see the clock, the timer. That's between the 2 hog lines. That black line is just, the stone's just passing over now. 14.8. That's a little faster than we have seen this week so far. It's roughly about 14.2 to tee.
Yeah, so half a second faster now.
Yeah, definitely a little slower.
I think that's good news.
Real similar to draw the buck.
These athletes really enjoy the ice being absolutely super quick in speed and lots of movement, left to right, right to left, and all kind of aspects of the game. Tons of movement, tons of speed. And now for Kim Chang-min. He's going to want a shot similar to his first. And they're cleaning, just holding that line, and Korea's got the blank. They will retain the last stone advantage, the hammer, moving into the second end.
Ah, sorry, I couldn't stick my round.
After one, we stay all square, 0-0.
사이에 알겠죠? 잘 봐요. 생각보다 얼음 좋다. 얼음.
Just overdid it a little. Like I knew it was the go out of my hand. I thought we might hold enough to stick it. Just because probably a little light because the way I threw it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, it wasn't hard at the end.
no.
I was trying when I swept.
Oh no.
the action begins in the second end.
Wait if you can.
Shade light, Jeff.
Okay, switch then.
No, we're a little past half.
Canada is going to look to force some
Hard, hard, hard. You gotta go.
action here. They've called for a center line guard.
Hard, 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 hard. I get those a little
Rock
wide.
straight?
Rock straight. Yeah. Just straight.
Yeah, so
Nice, straight.
Jeff Walker's first rock just doesn't quite make it to the center line. The weight looked really good. They've decided that that rock's just a bit straighter than the rest of the sheet.
Yeah, it ends up in a
정리하면 좋아.
not a great spot, to be honest. Just off the centre line and in no man's land. Would have wanted that one fairly tight to the house.
그럼 세현아. 발. 발 세현아. 좀만 더.
발 세현이 형 좀만 더.
좀만 더. 좀만 더. 좀만 더. 좀만 더. 오케이. 오케이.
The in turn from Leaky Bok. Didn't really finish as hard as
back
we've
four,
seen.
back 8.
Okay.
Yeah, now you're wondering if it's not just Jeff Walker's rock, if that side of the sheet might not be a little bit straighter.
More, 8 more.
Because this is
8 to 10.
early in the game where the pebble's still a bit sharp. You should see a bit more movement. Let's see what we get with this third rock down the same kind of path inside.
Oh, line's okay. Real.
back four.
Wait
back
only.
eight.
Wait only.
Back 8.
Just Brett.
Back 8.
Whoa, that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Looks real heavy.
Yeah, it is.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no. On its own, Brett. It's very.
So there's the
Nice
finish.
late
It was really
Okay, good
late.
shot.
All at the end.
Just a little more positive.
Is that much more?
Well, I got an 88 on that.
Okay.
So
88.
조금 짧아도 돼.
So one of the great strengths of Team Korea is their ability to draw and tuck rocks behind. You've got to wonder about Canada, offering up that center guard to them.
Absolutely.
어디야?
This is going to make the Korean team
빨라졌어,
very
여기.
happy.
빨라졌어,
Put the play
얘들아.
to the center. I know they've got Gladstone advantage, and that's unusual to like, but they are. It's almost like every end is a bit of a mixed doubles end.
나이스. 나이스 샷.
And they show their prowess right there. Pretty perfectly
Right
placed
beside
draw.
Tighter.
what do you think in here?
Probably the same speed as Bob. I just
Yeah, I agree.
Just give you a hair extra than I was giving you on the draws in the practice, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett Gallant coming the out turn this time, so changing
It's close.
Thought you were
the
close.
line.
Where are you?
Interesting to see
Top 8.
how much
again.
curl there is
Yeah.
on this
Wait,
out turn
no, you gotta go,
side
Hard
of the
to
ice.
line. Hard to line. Top 8. Hard to line.
This looks a little tender and weight. The guys really have to go.
Right next to it. Right next to it. Right next to it. Good, good, good. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What a shot by Brett Gallant.
Incredible. And while Kim Chang-min handles this, we'll take a look at sheet D. You're looking at Joel Retornaz, the skip for Team Italy. And fourth stone thrower, Amos Mozaner. He needs a hit and a stick. He's doing this against 2 Swiss stones counting in the rings.
Hard. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Oh, no.
And his sweepers manage that pretty well. It hangs around for a single point. And flipping over to the other side of the rink, sheet A.
Good.
Japan playing Russia. Alexei Timofeev has a fantastic opportunity in the opening end. He throws his traditional up weight hit. His sweepers right off it. All he needs is to hit and stick around the rings. And he counts 1, 2, 3. Giant score to open that game against Japan.
Nice. Line's good. Line's good. Probably tapping her off. Whoa, then.
And over on sheet B, Germany taking on Scotland. Germany in the control position. They're sitting 1 and 2.
little bump.
And Bruce Mowat,
Coming down. Hard dip. Hard
Team
dip.
Scotland. He's got to make a hit and stick.
Hard. Hard.
And that rocks curling. Hammy McMillan working hard to hold the line for Scotland. And he does so.
거의 다 보여.
Scotland takes
조금만
one.
치고 다 보여.
Germany's got the hammer playing too.
Yeah, back with our feature match though. Kim Chan-min thinking it's time to tidy things up.
Yep.
And Oh Eun-so
go.
being asked to drive the centre guard back.
여기까지. Good shot.
Opens up the centre. Nice shot by the second player.
Good. Good.
And Team Canada sticking with the guard here.
Yeah, we don't want it in because then he hits and rolls.
Yeah. Same as my first one last end.
Yeah. From like nice.
Broom length. Higher.
Easy for line.
Needs to curl. Needs to curl a bit. Needs to curl quite a bit. Just past
Line
half.
should get there.
Now you got to go for line.
Go ahead, Brad.
Just trying to protect
Go
this
ahead.
Hard.
yellow
Keep going.
back of four.
It's got a ways to go. Just doesn't get there. They are really being fooled by that side of the ice, maybe also and underthrowing that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. That
there's weights there.
right-hand side of the sheet, maybe just running a little bit slower and a little bit straighter than the left-hand side. The left-hand side has got a really nice pull in it. Seen
이게 마음에 들어.
As we get a look at the coach for Team Korea, Lim Myung-sup.
핵.
He's looking on, he's watching his young team play the reigning world champions.
7이 형이 컨트롤 업이었대. 오케이. 3 갈게. 3에서. 오케이.
Song Se-ai.
These are the shots that he'll have to make.
Take down.
As you know, Mark Nicol couldn't come after.
Yeah, that's about as big of a miss as likely you're to get from Mark Nichols.
계속 와. 계속 와야 돼. 계속 와. hard. 계속 와. hard. 계속 와. hard.
Very good shot, changes the angles.
He gives his
Line,
sweepers
I'd love to bump it just a little bit.
thanks, buddy.
Where is that?
And now this is Jules Ochar.
Yeah.
Same path Brett through.
Yeah.
He was longtime coach for
Like
Kevin
speed
Martin.
similar to the path you threw.
Helped them win
Probably a little bit faster. Still gonna need a little
Olympic gold in 2010. And he's been working with Brad Gushu and this team for several years.
Line's really tight, guys.
Good. Back
Becky.
4.
Becky, low. Close. Yep. Becky, low. Yep. Yes.
So
Yep.
boy, this curls hard. You can see
Gotta go.
how hard this crosses
Hard.
the center line. That rock moving to your right.
Hard, you gotta go. Okay.
Yeah, very good shot by Mark. Just
real
pushing
tight.
that yellow to the
didn't hear
back
you
eight
call-
and holding the shooting stone right on top of that red.
해.
Well, I said tight, but when you guys said back line, I was
Okay,
kind of
yeah.
like, hold off for a bit. Thought you were a fair
아니.
bit tight on that one.
6. 8. 9. 오케이. 형, 너 좀 생각해.
방금 어디 안 맞았어 어디 갔어?
방금 안 맞았으면은 그냥 핵 정도 갔을 것 같아. 맥시멈 핵.
6 어때?
So lots of stones around this yellow guard.
Yeah, and Song Se-ai is really taking his time before throwing these shots. He knows that there's an opportunity here for Team Korea to really use the hammer, score 2 points.
핵이야.
Yeah, this one's a little heavy. Well heavy. Comes right back onto the face of the yellow, back of the 8-foot. Needed to change the angles up, catch that yellow. It's just to the right-hand side of the button.
Yeah,
Where do you want to be, Brad?
You know, and I'll point to
like to
that
get it
little
in
bit of
pretty
extra
good.
time
Like,
in
I
the
mean-
hack. Sometimes that overthinking,
thinking kind of up
sitting
here.
there for so long,
Yeah.
it can take
gonna
you
probably-
out of
Yeah.
your shot.
He's going to go there anyway, no matter where we put it. Right?
I'm happy with that spot. I think
Yeah.
that's good.
He's going here regardless, even if we go up here, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so top 8.
yep.
Top 8's good, yeah.
Okay.
Feel pretty close to
If the
draw button
line's good,
speed.
we can go ahead and freeze it, but we'll
Yeah.
go for top
Where'd you
8.
go? Edge or a little more?
A little more. Yep.
Pretty close to draw to the button speed here, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett?
Brett, Mark's calling out to you.
Felt like I was nice and positive on mine.
Yeah, the pass speed's the same as your 2 last in top 4. Okay.
So verifying the speeds, they take
close to
nothing
draw.
for granted.
Brad Gushu with the out-turn draw, just in on top.
top
Can't
12,
afford
top
to be heavy.
Top 8!
Top 8. Whoa.
And also can't afford to stick out and leave a slash double.
Fighting 4.
You got a lot of room. Jeff's
Top 8
in.
now.
Fighting 4 still, I think.
Trying to curl.
Yeah, this
Get
looks
ready,
a
Jeff.
bit
Get ready, Jeff.
heavy.
Go
It's
ahead.
got to grab the curl, and there it does, and the weight will come off it.
Good. Good work, guys.
Finds a good spot.
Yeah, it really does. And how patient they are, knowing that the line was absolutely critical.
That's as good as we can do, I think.
I think so. That's a really nice spot, Brad.
Kim Chang-min, he's got a pretty small piece of real estate there in the center of the house that he's going to be looking for. Love to corner freeze the Canadian stone on the right side of the forefoot.
좀 더. 스피드 어떨 것 같아?
저 방금 14초 3 났어요.
다른 라인인데, 오케이. 앞에 탑 버튼 아니면 포크까지.
Wouldn't be a complete disaster if he was a little heavy with this.
다 이제.
Yeah, if he sat back four frozen on his own, then that might give him access on the next shot if Canada comes down into the forefoot.
The line looks really good though. Beginning to come across the centre now. Have they missed the top yellow? Nope.
And just taking a look at a side-by-side, this is the technique. We've got Brad Gushu on the out-turn. Just how he throws, and we'll get a look at Kim Chang-min next.
Top 8 fighting 4. Fighting 4.
So Brad Gushu keeps his hips a bit higher. Kim Chang-min's hips tend to go down into the ice and then forward. Just two different styles. It's the same shot. And they ended up almost in the same exact place, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Off the sideboards.
I do think Kim Chang-min maybe
Am I gonna
didn't
get any
think
curl
about
if I
that
go
shot
up here?
enough. Even if you drifted back at the forefoot,
Yeah, he was definitely careful with it. It's almost like he was, you know, just gonna make sure he didn't end up in the back of the forefoot. Whereas that was a spot that gave him some great options for possibly scoring 2 or more. And there's that very steady counterclockwise rotating release and
Line's
throw
good.
Line's good.
from Brad Gushu.
Easy, easy.
Let it curl a bit.
Line's good.
Higher, higher now.
Okay.
Needs to curl a bit. Yep.
Should be fine.
Jeff,
Let it curl a bit. Go, Jeff.
Jeff.
Hard, Jeff. Hard.
Okay,
Hard. That's good. That's good. That's good.
nice shot.
So they pretty much landed that rock exactly where they wanted it, where Mark Nichols' brush head sat for most of the end, most of the shot there.
Shot, Brad.
Yeah, it's good. Can't get to the button there now. So.
got to play like.
할 수 있을 것 같은데.
All they really have is a hack weight to come down onto the red. It's just biting the centre line and spin it down into the button for the single point.
핵. 네. 거의 정타. 약간 안쪽이네.
Tough shot, but they would only sacrifice a one. It's no great loss.
Yeah, at this point, you're already giving up one. So this is the kind of shot that, you know, you want your skip to just embrace and just love the opportunity to make these touchy kind of angles, the delicate tap weight, navigate a port, really involve your sweepers, get the whole team kind of pumped up and involved in a shot.
야, 조금만.
So a hair more ice there.
좀 약해.
This is close. This is to the center line pretty quickly. We've seen how much it moves once it gets to the center line.
약해.
Yeah, he's just a little scared of that shot. Under through it. Crashes the guard.
And with that last stone coming up a bit errant for Kim Chang-min, Canada steals a single point.
Good job.
They're up by one as we head into the third.
Good work. Got a force here now. Nice shots, Brett.
이건 바로 봐야 될 것 같아.
Should know. I should know.
You're watching live coverage from the 361 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. We're coming to you live from the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. This is Team Canada versus Team Korea.
Nice pass.
A little higher than half.
Canada's got that 1 point lead.
Switch.
And still just
Not throwing.
having a little bit of
and
trouble
I
getting
think
to the center
they were
line
really
on Jeff
sweet there, too,
Walker's
holding line and-
first rocks.
Throw a second one, maybe?
Yeah, that guard has just been dropped halfway every single time.
Yep. 다섯, 라인 좋아.
Both teams do get a practice before the game gets underway, so they really should understand what the stones are doing and the ice.
헐, 태연아, 헐, 태연아.
Yeah, and in that 9-minute practice before the game, you know, what often happens because two players are chosen to throw a draw to the center of the ice to see which team gets a hammer. And today, Canada chose Mark Nichols and Brad Gushue to do that. The responsibilities get divvied up amongst the team. They have to do an equal amount of counterclockwise and clockwise shots. And you know, you got to wonder, did Brad and Mark get a lot more rocks than maybe Jeff and Brett in that pre-game practice? Because they just don't seem to have a handle on Jeff Walker's rocks.
Generally, if you do find any bad rocks, or not bad rocks, but rocks that are doing something different, you will move them to the lead or the second position. So sometimes the lead can get the rough end of the stick.
Yeah.
Korea elected to split the house. They're only setting one top 8 foot. If they could throw this one back of the 8 foot, look good for scoring 2 already in this end.
Kind of wait.
Whichever, probably peel. Whatever you like. I mean,
Just thinking here, in case you miss, they'll open it up a little bit. Is that just outside middle?
No, right. It's hair in the middle. It's good. Dead straight, eh?
You'll get a little bit of curl.
Good.
So Brett Gallant verifying all aspects of this shot with his skip.
Hurt!
Whoa, yep,
Whoa.
yep, whoa.
Drives the yellow guard back onto the counter, out wide.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Clears the top and picks the rock off the side.
Whoa.
Hurt!
Whoa, yep,
Whoa.
yep, whoa. Sit, sit. Yep, yep,
Makes it nice. The yellow rolls down to the center.
Yeah, it gets a ton of production off that run.
Not surprised they played the upweight takeout in this one. But they do make a roll. Could just come down and rest against that back Yellowstone.
Here. Normal. Good.
Whoa.
Normal. Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Nice weight. Yep. Whoa.
Clean.
Yep.
Whoa. Just clean.
Whoa. Whoa, off. Good.
Yeah, run back. Red goes away.
That's pretty good.
Brett
It makes
still
it
might
double
be
he's rolling
shot
out, so.
in the back of the rings, but yellow has the control position up in front.
Should be able to make the double on these and roll the counting stone in.
Yep. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Oh, and so trying to make the double. Gets one, gets the other.
Does he keep the shooter around the rings? Just spins out.
Okay. Pretty straight here, Brett.
Thrown here, but I think so. I think it'll be
Back there.
quiet, normal.
Whoa.
Normal.
Clean.
Stay quiet.
Whoa. Clean it.
Nice weight.
Clean it. Throw, Mark.
Mark Nichols makes the takeout. Hangs around in the 8 foot.
Taking a look at sheet A, Japan and
Nice
Russia. Go Aoki, the 18-year-old fourth stones thrower for Team Japan. He's an opportunity to pull back within a point here. He's got an open hit. Maybe a draw here. Looking to tuck one right around. Oh, and they just do. Beautiful draw. Nicely managed. And Japan takes 2.
Top 4. See? Top 4.
Well, we've seen Song Se-hai hit and run with his takeout attempt.
Good judge. Good shot.
It's so sluggish.
Kind of just throwing this one into the rings.
Slower and draw the bottom.
Yeah.
Wait good. 9번.
No, that slightly quicker decision there,
Clean.
I think
Yep.
gives a better delivery for Song Se-ai.
Just maybe overthinking the shot.
Yeah, from the second end, where he just sat there. I mean, it was a good 10 seconds of time sitting
잘
there.
기억해야 돼.
And
웨이트 잘 기억해야 돼. 여긴 좀 세.
it can be hard to activate your legs when you're down in that crouch for that long.
Board.
Easy. Make it. Please, board.
Whoa. Good board. Whoa. Whoa. Clean.
Clean it. Yep.
Clean.
Oh, Brad making the takeout. Fairly clean end.
Yeah, once Brett Gallant cleared everything, and then Team Korea made the double takeout and rolled their shooter out of play, it became a pretty basic
약하게 할게.
kind of a push situation.
9번은 좀 세지 않나? Oh, clean. Wait. Clean. Yep. Oh. Wait good. Wait 좋아요. Yep. Oh. Yep. Yep. Yep.
And this stone beginning to work its way out of the house.
Yeah,
At some
normal
point,
middle
you're
to
going to
rock.
have to make a roll.
Probably a little solid, if anything.
Yeah, so that rock climbing the
curl as it
rings.
gets on center, hey?
Yep. Whoa,
A
Brent.
little bit of a drift on Brad's delivery there.
Gets a little bit of a run through. So it does just get into that 12-foot
Probably should have
scoring
rolled
area.
first. A little.
So the final stone of the third end.
Clean. Clean.
Korea hits and rolls out. There is no score this end for anyone. It's still 0-1 in favor of Canada. Korea retains that last stone advantage, playing the fourth.
아니야, 괜찮아.
That's going to be in. You know, if I add, like I can't add, I'll be in, but it's only coming up just a lot.
Yeah, I'm in 25.
무조건 롤 시키려고.
일단 치긴 저 다치려고 했어요.
여기서 나오면 별로 안 좋거든. 정타 남아서.
가도
예를 들면 상대는 이렇게 하면 우리 어쩔 수 없이 1점 따이잖아. 드로우 웨이트만 체크하면 된다고 알겠지?
네. 끼리. 형, 날 보면서 기복이 한다면 내가 어떻게 해줘?
아니, 괜찮아. 기분이
Jeff Walker in the familiar position of throwing the very first stone of each end.
Oh, that's good.
He does so for the 4th time in a row.
Looks all here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And
Way better than that out turn going that way.
Didn't Jeff though, really?
just slips into the rings.
It's all right.
셋.
둘.
그럼
I think we'll see a
많이 돌아야
different
돼. 셋.
type of
많이
end
돌아야 돼,
in
은수야.
this
그냥
fourth
셋,
end.
셋. 많이 돌아야
Jeff
돼.
Walker
은수야.
really
그냥
struggling with
둬.
that first rock.
그냥 둬.
Yeah, and the different sides of the ice, the speed, it's definitely different. It's definitely playing differently from one side to the other on this
higher
sheet.
than this one.
Okay.
And I think they now know,
So
they feel
halfway
pretty
good then,
comfortable
or
with
higher
what's
than half?
going on.
Higher than half.
Okay.
And so Jeff gets to manage same side
Weight's
that
good.
he just played.
Easy for line.
They'd like this
Weight's
one to be
good.
really high
How's line?
in the field of play.
The curl a bit.
Go for weight too.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We're right
I
there.
think Mark can go.
Hair pass there.
Yeah,
Go,
yep,
Mark.
yep. Hard. Go ahead, Mark. Go, 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 go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, go, go.
Drops that one perfectly onto the center line.
Yeah, no mistake the second time, and you saw his tournament accuracy numbers at 90%. He's one of the top performing leads in the event,
거의 핵.
and again, just gives
4 던데 4.
Team Canada traditionally great options to open an end, start each plan.
515. 은수 어떻게 생각해? 오케이, 희복. 좋아.
Now, Lee Ki-bok
오, 3번. 좀 세. 얍.
playing very well. He's got an opportunity to hit here because of Jeff Walker's first stone slipping into the rings.
Yes. Hard.
And he's going to try and hit just a corner of that stone and roll underneath his own corner.
샷. 나이스 샷.
And that is almost perfect. You can see
Close to
just
two-thirds.
almost all the way underneath that corner
Good
guard.
hack.
Good hack.
Yep. More than half.
Heavy hack.
You hear the call, heavy hack. That's the weight they're talking about. As we take another look at this hit and roll off the yellow. Just about as good as they could have done.
Yeah, it's
나이스 샷.
really so close to absolutely perfect. It does force Canada into a new or unique spot on the ice that they haven't seen yet.
Weight's real good.
Whoa, close. No, no.
Nice. Weight's a little heavy.
Close.
It's going to make contact, but how much?
Never needs it.
Whoa.
Nice shot, Brett. Good weight.
Korea should see most of that yellow on the high side of the guard.
Smidge hard or?
Go hard.
If anything,
Smidge,
yeah.
eh?
I think you need to throw it weight that way. So throw much less.
Oh, and Su,
오.
89% accuracy.
컨트롤. 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 범퍼. 얍.
He isn't on the ice for every game. They've been using kind of a 5-man team and rotation every now and again.
범퍼보다 확 이게 세.
But with numbers like that, you'd think you'd see him on the ice for every game
That looks
after
like
this.
tight ice, but do you like it?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this
Board or heavy hack?
Same weight you does through.
switching the team up throughout a tournament.
Brett Gallant at
Same
84%
weight. Yep.
overall.
Yep. Hard. Maybe a smidge less. Clean. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Roll it, Jeff.
Okay.
And he makes the nice hit. Canada looking to kind of roll away or tuck
똑같은 웨이
under.
들어올까? 똑같은 웨이 들어올게요.
Same weight.
Yeah, I can see all of the yellow, so just a control weight takeout.
클린해, 클린해. Yep, clean up. Hard. Hard. 계속 가야 돼. Hard. Take it. Hard. Hard.
Gets very tight to the guard, hits, and rolls out of play.
Just where do we go now?
What's that?
Top 12 or fight the 8?
Fight the 8 foot.
Okay.
Probably try and keep it a hair
So-
higher.
Taking a look at Sheet D, Amos Mozaner and Team Italy are looking at a very challenging situation. They've got to remove 2 Swiss counters that are tucked onto the forefoot underneath a guard. And the big man from Italy has that rock away. Must be close.
Line's good.
It's not only close, it's pretty perfect. He gets rid of the 2, keeps his shooter in play, grabs a point, and grabs the lead for Italy. Outstanding shot by Mozaner.
Okay, good shot.
Here's another outstanding shot from Mark Nichols. In onto the top of the forefoot, fully in behind that guard.
예.
기보가 아까 3번이었어, 기보 있게.
이게 미니멈.
Kim Chan-min electing to come this in-turn side, perhaps in this run a little straighter than the out-turn.
Yeah, this finish is very late. And this 77% accuracy, this was the point you made earlier in the game, Kenny, is that
기보가.
he's got to have an absolutely awesome game up against Mark Nichols.
Just halves that yellow out of play, does enough.
얼마야? 3일. 안 돼.
Yeah, and that's a real tough spot on the ice, as you mentioned. It's just a tough spot on the ice. Any up weight, any little outward momentum or extra rotation, that rock runs straight as an arrow.
Couple feet left.
So there you go, Mark Nichols, 89% for the tournament. How would you like to play a tournament with your third at 89%?
Yeah.
It would be great because you ain't going to lose very many games.
Top 8.
Yeah, you're not going to be in difficult situations
Overcurl again. Fighting for it.
over often unless you lose your mind and call really crazy, silly shots. But
Held a little bit better.
the likelihood of Brad Gushue losing his mind and calling crazy, silly shots is pretty much 0.
Yeah.
핵.
So again, calling hack weight on the internal side.
And I know that they're fighting hard to get towards the corner guard on this side of the ice, but it just...
You've got to get very cute with that long center guard.
기다려, 은시야.
Backing up off of this one.
안 돼.
This one looks as if it's
또야 이거.
a little heavy and it hasn't taken the pull yet.
기보가.
It's got a ton of curling to do. It is not going to make any significant impact on that rock. You know, and you got to wonder if that is just, you know, just a bit naivete in how they approach this shot. You know, there's my corner guard. I got to play that side. You know, the shot actually really isn't available on that side. The way the ice is so straight.
It probably is there, Anne, but it's very, you got it so cute with that.
But
that
the
center
weight
guard.
you have to throw to get some curl into the ice, you're not going to get the roll all the way over there anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just really, it's really challenging. And now this is an opportunity for Brad Gushue playing at 82% to put a ton of pressure onto the Korean skip.
Full 8. Don't need it for weight. Line's good.
Line's good.
Great communication from the front end
Line's good.
to Mark Nichols,
Fully in. Just for weight, guys.
giving him an indication of where the stone's going to end up. What a shot from Brad Gushue.
Yeah, now,
Nice weight, Brad. Good boy.
if anyone's got the button weight in his pocket, though, it is Kim Chang-min.
4번으로 열고 들어오기를 열어놓고 어디 들어가는 게 맞을 것 같아.
네.
But there's no real place to hide it.
없는 것 같은데.
I think the call is just to
그게 안 보여.
ping that red corner guard in.
그게 안 보여. 안 보여?
You're still always going to have a chance to get to the
그거
4-foot
건들다가 버튼으로 더
in
밀어주면
both handles.
다시 들어가면 그냥 스틸 당해야 돼. 내가 봤을 때 이게 맞는 것 같아.
Yeah, I like this call.
두꺼운 반.
Yeah, a lot of really good things can happen.
이게 맞는 것 같아.
네.
And you got to go back to that long center guard that Canada finally split the center line with Jeff Walker second. It's still up there causing havoc for Team Korea. And there's Kim Chang-min. He's just below 80% for the tournament so far. He'd like to pick up a few bonus points here with an angle run double takeout.
Yep. Hard. Oh, oh. Yep. Yes. Oh, yep. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well, removes one of them and opens up one side.
Yeah, and now this is
Same ice. Yeah.
Okay.
Right where I threw it, Mark.
Brad Gushue gets to play this same shot,
the bump of the foot, Jeff.
Did you say?
play the little
Yeah,
tap.
just a millimeter less line, like less.
I don't mind a little less. If we're trying to bump it a foot, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Very less, 2 feet more.
So hair less ice and 2 feet more weight. The precision with which this team approaches the game and their process is something all players can learn from.
Foot more.
Line's good.
Wait, don't we, guys?
Close.
Just do it right now.
Whoa, top button, wait.
Just
Whoa.
do it.
Whoa, it's got to curl.
Just
Whoa,
freeze
let
it.
it work.
No, it's
No,
got
a little
I
bump.
think we're bumping a rock.
Whoa,
let it
still
work.
got to
Bumping
curl,
a rock.
Jeff.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Hard.
Go
Just
ahead.
trying
Go
to
ahead.
tap this one
Go
up
ahead.
a couple
Come
of
on.
inches.
Hard. Easy. Hard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Another great shot by Brad Gushue, right down onto the money.
And the patience and the communication, the accuracy of that leads to an extraordinary outcome for Brad Gushue's final rock here in the fourth end. And
Nice try.
Kim Chang-min
이해는 됐었지 싶은데.
Can't see any of them yellows, so all he has is a cold draw to the side of the button to give up one.
Yeah, I'm not sure that there's any way he can actually get shot stone, but never say never in this sport. Crazy things happen in final little turns of the rock. Maybe he's got the perfectly sharp edge that allows him to stop and tuck sideways.
키만 가면 돼.
Sweepers are on it right away.
hard. 하나 더 줘.
This one looks a little inside. Doesn't want to give up a steal of two.
Absolutely way too short. It will be two.
얼만데?
That slower side of the ice really damaged
Sorry.
Team Korea. That's a big steal of 2 points for Brad Gushue, Team Canada.
내가 조 웨이트가
Will they ever have the hammer?
약하다.
It's 0 for Korea, 3 for Canada.
Well, that's what we said. I think the intern was probably a little slower.
방금 약하게 밀었어. 끝까지 하자. 네. 2점 땡겨. 네.
are in the 5th end of play.
I don't think it's heavy.
Team Canada has a 3-0 lead over Team Korea. And that's a pretty commanding lead for a team like Brad Gushue and his squad.
Good.
Korea's going to need An Young-soo's rocks to be in pretty perfect spots to generate some offense.
자, 조금만.
Yeah, Brad Gushue on his side, so good when they're even just 2 shots ahead.
자,
To try and get a deuce out of Brad Gushue is very difficult, and that corner guard a little wide and also a little too short.
And Jeff Walker, I think they finally figured out his rocks and the ice,
A little bit tight with this
the
rock.
sides and the speed.
Hard. Hard's good. Hard for line.
He gave a little bit of quarter in the
You
first
can go anyway.
couple of ends, and Korea couldn't capitalize.
Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Stay down,
And
Mark.
now it's going to
Stay down.
get extra
Hard,
difficult.
go for weight too. Hard, 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 hard. Okay.
Great setup play. Like you say, has definitely found what to do with them rocks.
Yeah, and for you players at home, that comes from being really honest about how you're throwing, what the speed is, what your rock's doing, and there's really no judgment when these guys share information and talk. It's all about the facts that are in front of them and learning from the reality of the shot. And that's how they make those adjustments mid-game, and
여기.
they go from having mediocre outcomes to absolutely perfect outcomes the next time.
자,
Speaking of a perfect outcome, Korea tucks the rock nicely around that really wide corner guard.
Yeah, this is a real strength of Brad Gushue. He knows when to bail out. He doesn't get sucked in to anything silly.
Clean. Clean.
Yeah, just very smart. He knows the odds. He knows the percentages.
Throw, Brett.
셋.
셋. 셋.
얼마나?
되게 타이트해요.
형, 넷.
So these sweepers are right off.
Just trying to protect that red stone in 8 foot, but that one's going to drift a little far.
Yeah, as we take a look at Japan, Russia, the situation for Go Aoki, this draw a bit simpler than the last one we saw.
Out again.
He does have a wide open house. He needs
Pretty good result too, but
a little bit better than the 12-foot. And that's no problem. Lands it right in the top of the 4. Japan takes 2 and ties it up.
Whoa. Yes. 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 Hard. Gotta go.
Gallant with a double, gets one, misses the other.
good.
That was a missed sweep call, I think, by Team
Absol-
Canada.
Absolutely, just upped it a little early.
Yeah, and that almost never happens. That's why I'm so surprised. I mean, that is a really very unusual loss of line for Team Canada. And Brad Gushue gives his teammate the, hey, sorry about that.
그거 미리 하기에는 더블이네. 더블하면 또 게임 가야 돼. 지금 조금 공격적으로 가야 될 것 같다. 이점만 되면 3점 필요 없으니까. 나쁘지 않은 것 같아요. 일단 쑤셔 넣고. 쑤셔서? 쑤셔 넣고. 여기가 제일 좋긴 한데. 예. 되게 좋아. 안 되면 이 뒤로까지 오면 되잖아. 마음에 들어요.
뒤로 해.
좋아, 좋아.
오케이. 뒤로 해요?
응.
8.
Not showing any signs of frustration, missing that last shot.
No. You know, Brad's got a 3-point lead. There's really nothing to be frustrated about. Their shot on the button, undercover. The Korean stone is wide open now. And now Korea, after going through options, had that team meeting. And they're going to try and position a rock
여덟 좋아.
underneath one of the center guards.
여덟 좋아. 룸.
Not setting up shot yet, but setting up a way to get to that shot rock of Canada's on the forefoot.
얍, 얍, 얍. 키보가 hard. Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, and they get the Brooklyn off this one. Yeah, that absolutely was not the called shot, but you know, this comes down to that. You got to play your reality. Sometimes you don't get the perfect throw or the perfect read.
We're doing this. We got to play it pretty aggressive. Okay.
But wow, making something out of
I
nothing
got
there.
half of the back one.
Want to do this?
It's just, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I think scoreboard says that.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely agree with Brad.
Like this?
You come around that centre, you're getting dragged around back of tee. You don't want that.
Normal weight, Mark?
And you're still shot
Yeah.
above
Pretty
tee.
straight. Yeah, I think that's
So
perfect.
they're going pretty aggressive here. That means they're going to go hard for this roll, hard for the double takeout. It's across the face.
Wait.
Weight's good. Might be a hair big.
Whoa!
Weight's good.
Close! Yep! Yep!
Remember, this jumped on him right at the end the last time.
Roll it in there. Roll it in there.
Straight to it. Rump it a little.
Attaboy. Real nice.
Real nice.
Great shot.
Rolls down in for third shot.
Perfect.
And now Korea has no option other than to start hitting.
Roll it in there.
Straight to it. Rump it a little.
Attaboy. Real nice.
Yep! Whoa! Whoa!
Roll it in there. Roll it in
Straight
there.
to it. Straight to it. Rump it a little.
Attaboy.
That's a
Real
beautiful
nice.
shot from every angle.
Great shot.
아웃도 맞지? 인터? 아까 많이 들었어. 이거부터 맞으면 안 돼. 이거부터 맞으면 안 돼. 무조건 이거부터.
May be able to come down, catch 3/4 of the yellow on the right, the back of the yellow on the left, and run down into the house.
Yeah, that's what they're hopeful for, to get as much action,
Oh.
clear the front, and
오!
pull their shooter into the house. This one's running a little wide on him.
오케이.
Okay, opens up and rolls a corner guard.
Yeah, that ends up pretty good.
But
Korea want that
think the
4-foot
scoreboard
area
still
nice
says
and
hit.
open for their
that
last
quiet?
rock.
No, it's good. Not
was
quiet.
nice, normal.
If anything, it's a little solid.
Okay.
It's good weight.
Canada got to be a little bit cautious.
So we take a look at Switzerland, Italy.
little less.
The situation for Mark Pfister. He's got a short run.
Hard! Hard! Oh, whoa, whoa.
Try and pop the Italian stone off the back of the
Might as well
forefoot.
keep it there. As good as I can do with it.
Playing in a control weight. And his brother Enrico Pfister working hard to hold the line. Do they have it? Ooh, not how they planned it, but they do manage to pick the Italian stone off and tie up the game. It's 2-2 after 4 between Switzerland and Italy. We take a look at Germany, Scotland. That's Daniel Herberg. He is holding the brush in the house for Ryan Sherrard, who's come in for Alexander Baumann at the skip position.
Mine's good.
It's all Scotland in the rings. Sherrard needs
세 보여.
to move some granite and sit shot, and unfortunately just hits on the wrong angle, gives up a steal of 2, and Scotland, the hard charging Scotland, up by 5 after 4 ends.
Shot. Good. Shot.
Chase it. Good.
Yeah.
Hack.
Yep.
A really nice draw
Well,
in
that's
behind
good,
that
nice
corner
speed-wise.
guard
Yeah. I think going away from center
from
does slide
Song
pretty
Se
good.
Hai.
I think we got to chase it, don't we? I think so.
Canada already
Just
sitting
throw-
on top of the
no,
button.
I was going to say throw
Just-
peel.
just hack?
Yeah, I don't have much today. Looks like lots of ice. Don't you think?
Yeah, I don't mind a hair less. They still really took their time. Like a hair less. I mean, the option is to take the guard and roll in, and you know, like. I'd split the difference of that.
Yeah, go back. It looks better there. Yeah.
Speed's nice here.
Oh, that's precision. So delicate hack weight, takeout, trying to
A little past the hack.
Just hack.
maneuver underneath
hack.
the
Yep,
corner
hack weight.
guard,
Yep.
tap.
Weight's good.
Hard! Hard,
This will get in to bite and take the curl. Have they got it past?
Watch the roll
No, they
back.
haven't.
Roll to the
Second
8 foot.
prize is the hit and roll
Yep. Right beside it.
into the rings.
Yep.
What hell? Is there a possible triple there?
A little light, maybe.
Really close.
Definitely curled. Thought it was out to yet.
Probably not the easiest double.
What's that?
Probably not the easiest double.
No.
차라리 이것보단 이거 먼저 맞는 게 나을 것 같아. 이거 하면
They get enough action on that centre
차라리
yellow.
맞으면
어. 어.
예, 차라리 이게 나을 것 같아. 이거 하면은 얘들 할 거 이거밖에 없겠지.
Can't believe they've not looked at the catching the yellow that's on the right hand side of the centre line, around 3/4. Roll across to the other yellow. Them two yellows on the centre line would disappear. Yeah, they're looking at it now.
Yeah, that is the easier way to make this. If you try and go just in between the two, your shooter, depending on the weight and the rotation, can take the action up and roll out of the rings on the top side. They're looking at it now. They're worried that that one rock will shoot straight into the Canadian stone on the side. That very rarely happens.
안 빠지면.
어. 네. 아니면.
아니면 동시에 쳐보거나.
동시에 치면
Lots of discussion over this one.
이게 제일 마음에 든다.
쳐놓고
마음에 들어?
Not sure I agree with this call.
It looks to me that Kim Chang-min and his squad have settled on just a hit and flop on top of the one Canadian stone.
세아 너무 많아. 너무 많아. 더?
Could potentially find himself in a bit of danger if they don't get the angles right in this.
비량법 4 다운 약해 웨이트 홀라인
Not a lot of weight.
They're working hard to hold this.
Don't want to roll up over the top. That's what they have done. Branko shall just ping that outside one though.
Just want to hit and roll right next to it. Roll right there. Yeah. Without bumping it too much. Yeah. Okay. I like solid. Yeah.
Just over curling fractionally.
It does sit in a pretty good
I mean,
spot.
even if you rolled right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hit and roll right next to it with firm or peel. Yeah.
So it looks like they're electing to play the straight turn here.
Knock to the side of the floor.
Yeah, you just don't want to bump it for like a pocket form, but if you
No, I
can
know.
bump it,
Side of the
yeah,
floor,
a long way, it's okay. That's why I kind of like this weight. It gives us a little bit more option.
Yeah.
Don't mind hair less. Yeah, I like it.
So the situation, up weight takeout, wants to hit pretty much right where Mark Nichols' broom was. Maybe a little to the inside. This runs so straight over here.
Well, doesn't make the roll. Kim Chan-min with a nose hit for 2.
좀 약했어.
네. 펌퍼예요?
So they just threw this path. He's likely going to throw a bit more weight to hold it somewhat straighter.
If he could pick up 2 in this 5th end with his final rock going into the break, I think he'll be in a lot happier place.
And that looks pretty good. And it's not just pretty good, it's great. Korea finally gets on the scoreboard. It's in the 5th end, and it's 2 points to pull within 1. They've got some fun stuff to talk about in the break.
약간? 많이 세진 않은 것 같아.
And in the 2nd end, some outstanding rock positioning by Canada forces Kim Chang-min to a difficult tap through a port for 1, and just over curls, doesn't quite have the weight. Canada steals a single point. And in the 4th, Canada sits perfectly hidden 2 stones directly behind a center guard. Kim Chang-min needs the side of the button to hold Canada to 1. The sweepers get on it right away. They pound it the entire way down the sheet. There is just not enough pace on this stone. It's a steal of 2. And Team Canada's got a 3-point lead, but with some great maneuvers by Team Korea, they've got a chance to pull within 1. It's a short run takeout, and they nail it. We head into the break. Korea 2, Canada 3.
Nice shot.
Updating around the rink. Japan and Russia in a tight battle, 4-5. Germany versus Scotland. Scotland up by 5 points. And in the other match, Switzerland and Italy, they're all tied up. Quite the battle on sheet D.
남겨가지고 상대가 하게 만들고 우리가 없어져 버리면 상대는 너무 쉽게 가잖아. 그런 게 연결이 잘 안 돼. 나도 마무리를 해야 되고 연결하면서 마무리해주고 연결하면서 마무리해주고 그러면 그 다음 샷 왔을 때 좀 도와주고 웨이트나 이런 것들 좀 잡아주고 이렇게 해서 알겠지? 생각보다 내가 어떤 웨이트 찾는데 좀 뻗더라. 생각보다 어떤 웨이트 찾는데 좀 돌더라. 이런 거 얘기해주면 서로 제한할 수 있잖아. 그러면 그 다음 사람이 샷하기 편하잖아.
Him and Mark, they devoured the whole.
Our best end right now.
Checking in on the statistical play overall, the edge clearly to Canada, and where you've got to look, those draw numbers. Managing the draw speed is going to be critical for Korea to pull out a victory here. Canada's got it. They are throwing them very well, and Korea needs to settle in, figure out the different sides of the ice, and start upping that draw percentage. You're watching live coverage from the 361 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. We're coming to you live from the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. My name is Ann Swisshelm, and I'm joined by Kenny Edwards. And this game got very interesting in that fifth end. Korea generated a beautiful score of 2 points to pull within 1 of Canada and move the needle significantly as they aim towards a victory over the reigning world champions. And Jeff Walker, we saw him struggle a little bit early in the game, so his current game numbers are down from his tournament accuracy. He's got maybe a mismatched pair of stones, and they really utilized his rocks to read what was happening on this sheet of ice.
Yeah, for sure, Ann.
Just leave it. Just leave it. Yep.
But he really has got a hold of his rocks now.
He didn't throw that one as well as he
And
has been.
putting them exactly where he wants them.
형 때리자. 형
난 별로.
때리고 천천히 가자. 천천히 가자.
오케이. 뻥.
First time in the game that Canada have had last stone advantage.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny that they're not going hard for it. I would have maybe predicted a corner guard, just maybe being a little aggressive, but it could be that with those stones being a bit awkward, the pair that's in Jeff Walker's hands, that Canada's going to be a little conservative with their approach.
Do you roll under or roll away? Roll under?
Wants to roll under. Board.
Whoa.
Big boost.
Whoa.
Board. Just board.
No.
Roll away.
Yep.
So this is that straight stone.
No, we're on the
Slid out slow and a big ad there.
Yeah.
That was never going to curl. Okay. I got a real low split.
Bump.
High split. Bump.
Oh Eun-soo, he is on form.
Wait, good.
Line. Whoa. Clean.
Wait, good.
Clean. Yep. Hard.
Just missed the sweep call a little bit there. End up over curling, showing the other side. And I'm very interested in how Canada is calling this end. Does this not seem a little cautious?
Whoa, easy. Good weight.
Yeah,
Weight's
maybe
good.
just going to play the scoreboard. They've got last stone advantage.
Whoa.
Coming down a little.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Roll it, Jeff. My fault.
Well, he rolled in a little.
Heck. Straight there?
It's tough. Like, usually it's pretty obvious what you got to do.
우. 태급. 우. 너무 세. 태급. 오. 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 끝까지. 끝까지. 살 수
Again, this one running a little straighter on this intern side. Just feel that
여기 되게 스크린.
Koreans haven't maybe picked up on that yet.
Yeah,
거 봤지?
they seem a little surprised by how things are going. Where Team Canada, they know what's happening. They're just maybe not managing it as sharply as they would like. But they know what to expect.
Whoa. Straight off.
Curl up. Might get lucky here. Yep.
Yeah, something happened on the end of the delivery there for Brett Gallant. We see he's got a little bit of a wobble, and he catches something on the ice that he doesn't like. Might have gone underneath the stone.
컨트롤. 노멀. 나 노멀 할게. 노멀.
노멀.
여기 좀 형. 스트레이트. 한 7 차이겠지? 8.
8은 약할 것 같아.
뻑뻑하다. 7.
나도 7 괜찮을 것 같아. 8은 좀 약할 것 같아. 8은 약할 것 같아. 바깥쪽이라 있어. 아무래도 바깥쪽이니까 빠르진 않을 거 아니야.
So 75% for Song Se-hai.
웨이트가 문제가
This one looks a little high.
And it is.
Now Canada have the chance to utilise that centre guard. And we'll see.
Take a peek at Germany, Scotland. Remember, the lineup change for Germany, they've lost their skip. Ryan Sherrard stepping up, hoping to make an impact, but Scotland's got 4 rocks sitting in the rings.
Guys, a little tight, guys.
Similar shot to the last one we saw. Executed well. Germany hangs a single point on the board. Scotland still up by 4, and they've got the hammer playing the 6th.
No, doesn't need it. Higher the better. Higher the better. Wide.
Oh, Mark Nichols just before he threw that stone said to Brad Gushue, let's play the out turn. We know what it's doing. The in turn's a little bit straighter.
14초 나왔어.
And
14초.
you might have guessed it. He found the right spot in behind that guard.
Yeah, that ice awareness is really critical to a team's success. You could play either turn, but why not play the one you know best, the one where your sweepers have seen the most stones, have had the most success judging. Really smart input from Mark Nichols. Song Se-hai. He needs to try and keep pace with his opposition counterpart. It's a near team sweep to drag this as far as you can. And that rock sits in a pretty good spot. And it's a controlled position.
I think he can hit enough. Well,
You throw any weight there to just run. Go here then?
no. I think the intern's a better result, but
I think so. Well, if you think he can hit enough of that, then intern's no good. I don't think he can.
A good third.
I think the best third will make contact with it. You're not going to do anything.
yeah, he probably
So we
can't
draw
throw
over
a
there, and
heck
he
of a
makes
lot of
it, he
weight at it.
rolls
He's
a little
got,
bit,
like,
then we're right
small
behind
half.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
I think we go here. Obviously, if it's heavy, we got to take it right out of the fork.
yeah, you don't want to leave it back button.
No,
Okay.
right there. Just past it. I
Yeah.
just think the O-turn's the only way that they get out of it if we hang it at all.
Just talking through the different scenarios.
You're getting a little bit of
Top button.
Brett Gallant and Brad Gushue.
Just make sure we're past that other one. Hey?
Yep. Same throw's good.
Same throw.
And really what they're trying to do is kind of limit the opportunity of Team Korea to bail out of this end.
Mark Nichols, 95%.
You know, he's really just a monster out there in performance, what he's capable of doing.
guys. T, biting T.
Whoa!
Jeff did it. Whoa,
Jeff!
whoa, whoa.
Just want to make sure it's passed.
Whoa, you're
One of the best all-around players in the game.
Good, perfect. Good shot.
Good
And
judge.
so calm, really so generous to his teammates.
일단 안 되면 하나 더 오픈해야 된다. 맞지? 그다음에 너무
Yeah, a foot shorter. The doubles there on the yellows, a foot deeper.
The
and
freeze.
The freeze. So absolute pistol.
이거 아니면은 바로
그래도 더블이 나오니까 2점은 주니까 바로 보자.
So after some discussion, Team Korea settled on the run double takeout or double run double takeout.
Could spell a little bit of danger if you don't make this right. If you catch this on the nose, you could pick the 2 reds out of play, leave 2 yellows.
Yeah. And this is that straighter spot on the ice. As long as you don't catch a bit of the center line, because once you touch that center line, the rock curls real quick.
Yes! Yes!
This line looks good though.
Good shot. Okay.
Well, these 2 red counters in play. Kim Chan-ming so close to making a perfect shot.
What's that?
So close, and
Right there.
Yeah, that's good. What do you think of that ice for hack, Jeff? Looks pretty close to me. I'd say it's on the max side of anything. Okay.
Halfway?
Yeah. Just hack, same as what I threw last time. Hack, I like that.
Yeah.
Do you like that ice, Brad?
I do, yeah. For that weight, I think it's real good.
Okay.
so the way that Brad Gushue loops all of his teammates into the shot selection and execution responsibility, they all have ownership. It's
Close. Yep.
It's really great. So it keeps everybody engaged and responsible throughout the end.
Yes! Hard!
And that is curling hard. We know how hard it finishes here.
Good shot.
What a shot by Brad Gushue. Hits and flops in on top of his own yellow.
Good shot. It's pretty good.
Yeah, just roll that half rock too far.
Yeah.
Leaves them the run.
Takes that away from him.
Yeah, leaves the run stuff. But
Yeah, really the only shot left after this beautiful little hit and roll is the run takeout. The good news for Korea is that they just threw it. They know this line. Their skip just threw it.
He's very close to this. Running this one back, looking for the double. 1, 2. Ah, so unlucky for Kim Chan-min.
They just missed the sweep call on that. It's just...
Jeff's been throwing the out.
Yeah, the out's fine. I don't think
Yeah,
Dave
it
looks a
was a
lot
beautiful
nicer.
shot,
It's just-
so close.
What path do you
to
like?
getting
Are
everything.
you okay with the in? I think the in just might be a little bit more of a guess. And speed.
A little more of a guess?
Okay. I think it'll be the same, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's a little slower on the end.
I like the end.
Yeah.
Just throw
Brad
it.
Gushu having an
Yeah.
absolutely extraordinary game at 93%.
If anything, I actually thought the out was a bit foot quicker than it was a couple ends ago after the sixth end, but so I think just a little more even throwing or the
A
same.
couple more feet, though. I like. Okay.
Couple more feet.
You can be off it, it'll come down.
I think we can go.
This final stone, it is a
Sounds good.
draw
Yep,
for
it is.
2. He needs a little bit into the
Line's
8
fine.
foot.
Line's
Split and
fine.
T-line.
Line's fine.
This rock looks pretty good. Walker and Gallant simply cleaning it right down onto the pin. Sliding away.
Yeah, good end,
Brad
guys.
Gushu, well executed shots. Canada takes 2, and they're up by 3 once again. Korea will have hammer as we play 7.